Today we will study about economics. What is economics? The balance between earning and spendings. The balance between earning and spendings is called economics. There are two types of economics. There are two types of economics. Microeconomics and macroeconomics. Now we will study about microeconomics. Actually, what is microeconomics? What is microeconomics? In microeconomics, we study about tiny points like household or a firm individual. Microeconomics. In microeconomics, in microeconomics, we study about tiny points. We study about tiny points like how a household system run or about an individual or about an individual or firm, individual or a firm. But in macroeconomics the concept is different. The concept is different. In macroeconomics we study about a country economics, how a country is running his economy. Macroeconomics. In macroeconomics we study about country economics. Or we can say that, or we can say that in macroeconomics we dis- we discuss about the large points. Distribution of microeconomics. Distribution of microeconomics. Consumption, production, consumption. It is the final product of the goods. Consumption is the final product of the goods. Now, what is production? Or product? Making something material or content, material from the natural resources, is called the production. Now we will study about firm. What is firm? Any business unit, that produces goods is known as a firm. Firm. Now we will study about economic by Adam Smith. Adam Smith is known as the founder of economics. Now, according to Adam Smith, he says that economics is the study of wealth. Economic by Adam Smith. Economics by Adam Smith. In 1776, he wrote a book on essay. Political of economic science. Political of economic. According to Adam Smith, economic is the study of wealth. Economic is the study of wealth. But economics is further divided into four parts: consumption of wealth, production of wealth, distribution of wealth, and exchange of wealth. Now, what is consumption of wealth? Consumption of wealth. Consumption is that involves the expenditure of income, expenditure of income, or wealth now production of wealth. How we can produce a wealth? Production of wealth. Goods or services. Goods or services produced by produces by labor are firm to provide the services to consumer, the services to consumer, services to the consumer. Now we will study about distribution of wealth. What is distribution of wealth? Distribution of wealth increases the way in which the wealth in which the wealth and income, wealth and income of a nation are divided among its population among its population. Is known as distribution of wealth. Distribution of wealth. Now we will study about exchange of wealth. What is exchange of wealth? Exchange of wealth are exchange of wealth. Exchange of wealth refers to exchange of wealth refers to the transfer of goods transfer of goods, materials, material goods only. From one person to another, from one person to another person, from one person to another person. Or one sector to another. Sector to another sector. Is known as the exchange of wealth. For transferring goods from one person to another, there is one thing that is required for transformation. That is market. Actually, what is market? What is market mechanism? We will study about market mechanism. Market mechanism. Market mechanism. A mechanism is a mathematical structure. Mechanism is a mathematical structure. Mathematical structure that models models institution models institution institutions through which economic through which economic activity is guided. Actually, in market there is demand and supply. Actually, what is demand and supply? In market, we need something that is demand, and the person who supplies things or goods is known as supply. What is demand? Demand refers to anything refers to the willingness and ability refers to the willingness and ability to buy something to buy something is known as demand. What is supply? Supply is the willingness. Supply is the willingness and ability to create goods to create goods and provide services to the consumer and provide the services to the consumer. The services to the consumer is known as supply. if the supply of anything, if the supply of anything increases, supply of anything anything increases, then its price will be down, then its prices will be down. If the demand of anything increases, if the demand of anything increases, then its prices will increase. According to Professor Robbins, what is economics? Professor Robbins. According to Professor Robbins, according to Professor Robbins, economic is economics is the study of is the study of human behavior. Which name the multiple which name the multiple multiple points and scarce resources. But these scarce resources have alternative use. But these scarce resources have alternative use. Have alternative use. There are four basic points in definition of economics by Professor Robbins. Human behavior, point number one. Second point is multiple use, multiple points. Scarce resources, limited resources, scarce resources. And the number four is alternative use of resources, alternative use of the resources. What is law of demand? What is law of demand? Law of demand. Inverse relationship between price. Inverse relationship between price between price and demand. Other thing remaining same, demand and other thing remaining same, and other thing and other things remaining same. Exception of law, where the law of demand did not applies. Exception of law. Rumors about anything. Rumor about the product price. About the product price. Product price and commodity. Prestigious commodity. Prestigious commodity. Movement along the curve. Movement along the curve. change in quantity demanded, change in quantity demanded is always due to its prices. If the prices of the prices of demanded things demanded thing remain constant remain constant then its demand will change. Extent of direction. Change in price is equal to change in QD, quantity demanded. Change in price is equal to change in quantity demanded less than 1. Now we will study about elasticity of demand. What is elasticity of demand? Elasticity of demand. The elasticity of demand is change in demand. The elasticity of demand is change in demand. Change in demand due to change in demand due to the change change in one or more change in one or more of the variable factors that it depends variables factors that it depends on or the degree of responsiveness. The main definition of change in demand, elasticity of demand, the degree of responsiveness of the quantity demanded to the change in income, to the change in income, change in income is called elasticity of demand. Price elasticity of demand. The price elasticity of demand, the price elasticity of demand is an economic indicator, is an economic indicator of the increase in quantity, of the increase in quantity, increase in quantity of a commodity demands or consumer, of a commodity demand and consumer, commodity demand or a consumer demand. In relation to the change in price, in relation to the change in price, change in price. Now we will study about less elastic demand. Less elastic demand. Less elastic demand is when a buyer's demand or consumer demand, a buyer's demand, buyer demand for product or service, for product does not change, does not change as much as change in price, as change in price is called less elastic demand, less elastic demand. more elastic demand. In more elastic demand, in more elastic demand, we use the luxuries of life, use the luxuries of life. Unitary elastic demand. If the number is if the number is equal to 1, number is equal to 1 is known as unitary elastic demand. Unitary elastic demand. Change in P, change in price equal change in QD at extreme its luxuries of life. That mean luxuries of life mean more elastic demand. अच्छा जी, change in price equal a change in quantity demanded, change in quantity demanded less than 1, less than 1, it is known as less elastic demand. Change in P equal a change in QD, change in QD are equal if the number is equal, number 1 is equal, number 1 is equal, 1 is equal, it's unitary elastic. Change in P equal a change in QD, change in QD more than 1 are luxuries. More elastic supply. In more elastic supply, more elastic supply, expenditures are increases, expenditures are, sorry, decreases. If the expenditure are constant, if the expenditure are constant, it's unitary supply. Market, what is market according to economics? Market, the channel or mechanism, the channel or mechanism or medium that brings buyer and seller together, buyer and seller together to make business transaction is called market. In market we need a equilibrium point where buyer and seller can agree to sell their products. So we can draw a graph by which we can show that that's the constant price where buyer and seller are agreed to sell their products and buy their products. So we create the graph. Let's suppose the prices and its demand 20, 30 and 40. One, two, three. One, two, three, 4, 20, 30, 40 and 50. If the prices are 2, then its demand will be 50 obviously. Then if the prices are low, then its demand will be high. If the prices are 2, then its demand will be 40. And when its prices will be 3, then its demand will be, if the prices are 20, then its demand will be less. So that's the point of demand. So supply, what's the curve of supply? We can make the curve of supply is like if the prices are 40, then that's the value, that's the curve, that's the equilibrium point.